Daredevil Born Again Season 2. Ending and every cameo explained. If you're a real Daredevil fan, find a mistake in the video. First, the return of the devil. After the events of the first season, Matt Murdock has finally found a balance between his life as a lawyer and his nightly crusade as Daredevil. However, a new wave of organized crime is rising in the vacuum left by Wilson Fisk's political downfall. The streets of Hell's Kitchen are darker than ever, as a mysterious serial killer known as Muse begins turning his victims into art installations across the city. This isn't just crime, it's a direct challenge to the devil's moral code. Matt's enhanced senses are being pushed to their absolute limit as he tries to track a killer who leaves no heartbeat and no scent behind. It's a psychological game that forces Matt to question if his no-kill rule is actually making the city worse. Foggy Nelson and Karen Page return as the emotional core of the series, trying to keep Matt grounded as he descends back into his self-destructive habits. Their law firm, Murdoch & Associates, is once again at the center of a massive conspiracy. But the shadow of the Kingpin still hangs over the city, even from behind bars, as he manipulates the legal system to regain his throne. The rivalry between Murdoch and Fisk has evolved into a chess match where the board is made of human lives. As Daredevil suits up in his classic red armor, he realizes that to save the soul of New York, he might have to lose his own. Second War Journal. The biggest highlight of Season 2 is the full return of Frank Castle, the Punisher, who has his own ideas about how to handle the Muse threat. Frank sees Daredevil's methods as a half measure that only allows evil to grow back stronger. Their ideological clash is the heart of the season, echoing their legendary rooftop debate from years ago. While Matt wants justice through the courts, Frank is looking for a permanent solution with a high-caliber rifle. The Punisher's War Journal reveals a deeper connection between the Muse killings and a corrupt military contractor operating out of the Brooklyn Navy Yard. Frank isn't just hunting a killer, he's hunting the system that created him. John Bernthal delivers a powerhouse performance, showing a Frank Castle who is older, more tactical, and completely exhausted by the endless cycle of violence. He acts as the dark mirror to Matt's idealism, forcing him to confront the reality of urban warfare. Their temporary alliance in the mid-season finale is an action masterpiece, showing two different styles of vigilante justice working in terrifying harmony. They are the hammer and the anvil of Hell's Kitchen. But Frank warns Matt that once the war starts, there's no going back to a normal life, a warning that Matt might finally be ready to ignore. Third, the art of Muse. The villain Muse is unlike any threat Matt has faced, viewing his horrific crimes as high art that New York deserves to see. He uses the city's blood and grime as his canvas, turning the subway tunnels into a gallery of nightmares. Muse is a ghost to Matt's senses, often covered in layers of paint and chemicals that mask his biological signatures. This makes him the perfect predator for a man who relies on sound and smell to fight. His motive isn't money or power. It's a twisted desire to be seen by a city that he believes is blind to its own rot. He targets the people Matt has saved, turning Matt's victories into his most tragic failures. The investigation leads Matt into the underground art world of New York, where he discovers that Muse has a following of radicalized fans. These disciples act as his eyes and ears, making the entire city a potential trap for Daredevil. The psychological toll on Matt is immense, as Muse begins to taunt him with installations that mirror Matt's own childhood trauma. It's a battle for Matt's sanity as much as it is for his life. By the time Matt finds Muse's main studio, he realizes that the killer has been painting a masterpiece that requires Matt's own death to complete. Fourth, the Kingpin's gambit. While the city is distracted by Muse, Wilson Fisk is orchestrating his return to power from within a high-security federal prison. He uses his vast wealth to buy the guards, the warden, and even the judges overseeing his appeal. Fisk sees the chaos caused by Muse as an opportunity to present himself as the only strong leader who can restore order. He started a PR campaign from behind bars, portraying himself as a reformed man who was wrongly persecuted. He reaches out to Matt Murdock, offering a truce to stop Muse together. But Matt knows that any deal with the Kingpin comes with a heavy price. Fisk is playing the long game, waiting for Daredevil to exhaust himself. Vanessa Fisk returns as the power behind the throne, managing the Kingpin's criminal empire with a ruthless efficiency that rivals her husband's. She is the one who secures the alliance with the new street gangs filling the void. The season reveals that Fisk has a secret connection to Muse, having funded the artist's early work as a way to destabilize the city's morale. It's a betrayal that hits Matt harder than any physical blow. Fisk's ultimate goal is to walk out of the front gates of the prison a free man, with the legal system itself bowing to his will. 5th cameos and alliances. Season 2 officially bridges the gap between the street-level grit and the wider Marvel Cinematic Universe, with several high-profile cameos. We see Peter Parker's lawyer, Matt Murdock, getting a surprise visit from Jennifer Walters, She-Hulk, regarding a superhuman legal case. The Defender legacy is also honored as Jessica Jones makes a brief but impactful appearance, helping Matt track a lead in a seedy bar in Hell's Kitchen. Their chemistry is as sharp as ever, reminding fans of their shared history. We also get a glimpse of Danny Rand, who provides the financial backing Matt needs to keep his firm afloat during the Kingpin's legal assault. While he doesn't suit up as Iron Fist, his presence suggests a larger reunion is coming. Echo returns as a bridge between Matt and the Underground, providing him with intel on the Kingpin's new alliances. Her unique perspective on Fist's psychology gives Matt the edge he needs to stay one step ahead. These cameos aren't just fan service. They establish Matt Murdock as the central hub of the street-level MCU. He is the one who keeps the peace when the Avengers are busy with cosmic threats. The season ends with a teaser for a new Heroes for Hire initiative, suggesting that the streets are about to get a lot more crowded. 6. The Fall of a Friend. The most heartbreaking arc of the season involves Foggy Nelson, who becomes the primary target of the Kingpin's revenge. Fisk realizes that to break Matt Murdock, he doesn't need to kill Daredevil. He needs to destroy his best friend. Foggy is framed for a crime he didn't commit, leading to a public trial that ruins his reputation and threatens his law license. Matt is forced to defend his best friend in a courtroom that has been bought and paid for by the Kingpin. The strain on their relationship reaches a breaking point as Foggy begs Matt to stop being Daredevil before someone else gets hurt. It's a repeat of their Season 1 conflict, but with much higher stakes and more blood on the line. During a daring rescue attempt to save Foggy from a Kingpin hit squad, Daredevil arrives a second too late. Foggy is severely injured, leaving him in a coma that haunts Matt for the rest of the season. This tragedy strips away Matt's last bit of restraint, sending him into a born-again rage that the Punisher himself would admire. The man of law is officially dead. Only the devil remains. Foggy's fall is the catalyst for the season's final war, turning a legal battle into a personal vendetta that can only end in fire. 7th, the battle for the city. The climax takes place on the rooftops and in the cathedrals of New York, as Daredevil, the Punisher, and Echo launch a three-pronged assault on the Kingpin's base of operations. It's a high-octane battle through a luxury skyscraper, with Daredevil fighting his way through waves of Fisk's highly trained security team. The action is filmed in a single, hallway-style long take that showcases Charlie Cox's incredible stunt work. The Punisher provides sniper cover from a neighboring building, picking off the reinforcements before they can reach Matt. It's a masterclass in vigilante coordination that fans have been waiting years to see. Matt finally reaches Fisk's penthouse, where he finds the Kingpin waiting for him in his iconic white suit. The final fight is brutal, raw, and deeply personal, with no gadgets, just two men fighting for the soul of the city. Daredevil manages to beat Fisk to the brink of death, but the last second, he remembers Foggy's voice and chooses to let him live to face justice. He realizes that killing Fisk would mean the Kingpin finally won the war for Matt's soul. The battle ends with the police arriving to take Fisk away, but not before the Kingpin whispers a final secret to Matt that changes everything. 8. The ending and beyond. The season ends with Wilson Fisk back in a cell, but he is smiling because he has successfully passed a law that outlaws vigilante activity in New York. Daredevil is now a wanted criminal in the eyes of the city he just saved. Matt Murdock is forced into the shadows, operating as a true ghost of Hell's Kitchen. He has lost his firm, his best friend is in a coma, and the law is now his enemy. The final shot shows Matt standing on a gargoyle, looking out over a city that has turned against him. He isn't the man without fear anymore. He is the man with a mission. We see a teaser for Season 3, revealing that Bullseye has fully recovered and is wearing a version of the Daredevil suit to commit crimes in Matt's name. The identity of Daredevil is being stolen. Karen Page takes over the law firm, vowing to find the evidence needed to clear Matt and Foggy's names. The fight has moved from the streets to the archives, setting up a legal thriller for the next chapter. Daredevil, Born Again Season 2 is a masterpiece of street-level storytelling, proving that the devil of Hell's Kitchen is the true heart of the MCU. Subscribe to Cinema Horizon to see the horizon of the cinema.